Bob won. Our hearts cried.
Well, I think I can go back to the turn of the century millennium issue of the Beat magazine when we declared Bob Marley the artist of the century. And as 21 more years have passed, I realize that that is truer than ever before. In fact, even the staid conservative New York Times said the same thing. At the turn of the century, they said the most important musical artist of the first half of the 20th century was Louis Armstrong. The second half, they said, was Bob Marley. Bob's music touched on every human condition there is, and he gave you hope, he gave you faith, he gave you the gift of love, the gift of healing human beings on this planet. He made definitive statements about so many things. He gave courage, heartening words to people trying to change the world for the better. He gave healing words to parents whose children have been murdered. He gave Africans great hope that they could control their own destinies after centuries of colonization. He had something to say for everyone. And you know, I've been doing this show, The Life of Bob Marley, this multimedia show all over the world since 1984. And almost every time when I do the show, someone will come up to me afterwards and say something like, "Oh, Mr. Steffens, I know you're not going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but Bob Marley's music saved my life. It literally saved my life." And I've heard it so many times, I have to believe it. I don't think you can say that about too many other musical artists. Bob Marley's music has transcended the world. I was interviewed recently by Phil Kogan. Phil Kogan created the television series The Amazing Race. And he told me he had been to 130 countries all over the world. And in every single country, he has found traces of Bob Marley. And he wanted to know why. And I think that's why Bob spoke to everyone. When the BBC celebrated the millennium, they went to each time zone for 24 hours as the millennium came to that area. And they had choirs and bands in each of those countries singing One Love by Bob Marley as the anthem of the millennium, heard all over the world for 24 hours.
We will forever remember